All right, today we're strapping in and diving deep into one of the most legendary, most brutal events in all of motorsports, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I mean, this is a race that has literally forged legends and broken hearts for more than 100 years.
So just think about it for a second. What is the absolute ultimate test of endurance? A challenge where, yeah, you have to be blindingly fast, but just surviving, that's half the battle. Well, for over a century, the answer has always been found at this one race in France, a race that pushes teams and their cars to the absolute breaking point.
So here's our game plan. We're going to break down what Le Mans actually is, take a quick trip through its incredible history, look at the giants who've owned this track, check out who's on top today, and then really get into why this race is just so important.
Okay, so let's get right into it. First things first, what really makes Le Mans Le Mans? What sets it apart?
You know, the idea behind it is actually pretty simple, but that's what makes it so brutal. See, it's not just a sprint to the finish line. The winner is the team that goes the farthest distance in exactly 24 hours. That's it. It means you have to pull off this insane balancing act between flat-out speed, bulletproof reliability, perfect strategy, and drivers who can somehow stay sharp through the day, the dead of night, and all the way into the next afternoon.
To really get why this race is such a big deal, you've got to look back. I mean, Le Mans has been woven into the DNA of racing for over 100 years, and man, it has some incredible stories to tell. The whole thing kicked off way back in 1923. It's managed to survive massive world events. It was even canceled for strikes in '36 and took a long break for World War II. But it always came back. And it's been the stage for some of the most legendary moments in racing history, like the famous Ford versus Ferrari war that saw Ford win in 1966, and then the start of Porsche's absolute dominance in 1970.
Now, over that long and storied history, a few names have become totally synonymous with winning at Le Mans. We're talking about real dynasties, forged in the fire of 24 hours of non-stop racing.
Look, winning this thing once is the achievement of a lifetime. But to do it over and over and over again, that's something else entirely. So which car makers have truly managed to tame this incredible beast?
Just take a look at that number for a second. 19. That's the all-time record for the most wins by a single manufacturer. Just think about that.
And yep, that record belongs to Porsche. With 19 victories, they're the undisputed kings. But they're not the only giants here. You've got Audi right behind them with 13 wins. They basically own the 2000s. And of course, there's the legendary Ferrari, sitting there with 12. It just goes to show you what an absolute battlefield this race is. And sometimes, a single car can define an entire era. In the 60s, it was all about the Ford GT40. That's the car that famously took on Ferrari in this epic corporate grudge match and won 4 years in a row. Then you fast forward to the 2000s, and it was the Audi R8 race car that was just this unstoppable force, a masterpiece of modern engineering.
Which brings us to today. The whole game has changed again. The top class is now called hypercar, and it is an absolute brawl, filled with these mind-blowing hybrid machines from the biggest names in the business. And guess what? A legendary name has just made a spectacular return to the top step. And that name is Ferrari. After being away from the top fight for decades, they came back with a vengeance. The AF Course team, running for Ferrari, pulled off back-to-back wins in 2023 and 2024. It was an absolutely stunning return, proving they've still got that magic. And this is the beautiful machine that did it, the Ferrari 499P. It's a state-of-the-art hybrid race car, built specifically for this super competitive hypercar class. And now, it's a two-time Le Mans champion. So you might be asking yourself, why does this one race, once a year in France, get so much hype? Well, it's because winning Le Mans is about so much more than just taking home another piece of silverware.
Le Mans is just foundational to car culture. It is, without a doubt, one of the most prestigious races on the entire planet. It's a magnet for the best drivers in the world. We're talking F1 champions who dream of winning here. It's a symbol of pure human and mechanical grit. It's built on those epic rivalries, and maybe most importantly, it's a real-world, high-speed laboratory for car tech.
And this right here is the real secret sauce. So much of the technology we just take for granted in our everyday cars was pushed to its breaking point on this track first. Things like disc brakes, turbochargers, and now all the advanced hybrid systems in aerodynamics, They're proven at Le Mans before they ever get near a road car. Winning here isn't just for glory. It's about proving the future.
So from that very first race way back in 1923, all the way to the insane hypercar battles we're seeing today, Le Mans has never, ever stood still. It always evolves. And that just leaves us with this one awesome question. As the cars get faster and the technology gets crazier, what could the next 100 years of this incredible race possibly hold?